at 20 degrees with a little bit of a breeze, and then the chills later tonight, -5 to -15 degrees. Tomorrow is very cold, and then we're supposedly going to warm back up, so we'll hunker down for the deep freeze for a day. All right, big talk of the day here in Minnesota, a major political victory for Democratic candidate and Senator Amy Klobuchar in New Hampshire. Bernie Sanders won, followed closely by Pete Buttigieg, and not far behind is Senator Klobuchar. She easily defeated fourth place Elizabeth Warren, who is in that neighboring state of Massachusetts, and Joe Biden was a distant fifth. Klobuchar rode a New Hampshire political wave many did not see coming. Exit polls showed almost half of voters made up their minds in the last few days. That may have helped Klobuchar, especially following her strong debate performance last week. Here in Minnesota, you have less than 3 weeks to decide who you will vote for. We vote on Super Tuesday, that's March 3rd, so we want to know, have you made up your mind yet? If not, what are you waiting for? And that's not a pointed what are you waiting for, it's in all honesty, as we kind of dissect the idea that the last few days really matter, or at least they perhaps matter to Amy Klobuchar. We want to know what matters to you. What is a candidate going to do to swing you over, or have you already decided? Those watching on Facebook, leave a comment right here. We'll get through a few of those in just a moment. All right, there's more to get to in New Hampshire. No surprise here, President Donald Trump easily won the Republican primary with no real opposition. Worth noting, though, he lost the New Hampshire primary in 2016 by a few thousand votes. The Democratic field is also slimming. Entrepreneur Andrew Yang and Colorado Senator Michael Bennet suspended their bids for president. The next contest is in Nevada. That's the caucuses on February 22nd. While Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar moves forward with her campaign, a case involving a black teenager's murder conviction is still raising tough questions.
What do you intend to do to right this wrong?
Well, I've called for the office and the courts to review the evidence. That is what we must do.
Klobuchar said that on The View yesterday. The case involves the shooting death of 11-year-old Tyesha Edwards in 2002. Mayan Burrell was convicted while Klobuchar was Hennepin County attorney. The Associated Press uncovered the questionable police tactics in the case. Day one of the 2020 Minnesota legislative session focused on insulin.
And this is what 1 month of insulin costs when you don't have health insurance.
Pretty compelling stuff there. During yesterday's hearings in the House, a mother pulled out more than $2,000 in $1 bills to show how much she would have to pay every month to provide her twin teenagers both insulin. Both Democrats and Republicans say they support an emergency program to help families pay for the medicine. A Senate hearing on the topic takes place tomorrow. A federal judge gave T-Mobile the green light to move forward with its takeover of Sprint. A group of states argue the merger will result in costlier phone bills. The judge said that is unlikely. The deal will mean fewer carrier options, that is for sure. Sprint is currently one of 4 major U.S. wireless companies. After this is finalized, there will be just 3. That's Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile. Soon there will be a new foldable phone on the market, though. Samsung showed off its new Galaxy X Flip or Z Flip smartphone. It can take photos open or closed, plus open it at different angles like a laptop. The phone will cost nearly $1,400 though. Also new and slightly more affordable is the Galaxy S20. The 5G phone has a new camera that shoots 8K video, has 100 times zoom in case you want to take that picture from super duper far away. That will cost $1,000. Speaking of things that cost a lot of money, maybe all of it, Disney is bumping up their prices again. Both Disneyland and Disney World are raising ticket costs as much as 8%. Last year, they already spiked the prices by 10%. Now, the most expensive Disneyland Park Hopper Pass, one day, one person will run you, get this, more than $200. The cheapest ticket we could find for one person was $104. That would get you into the park for one day only, and it just so happens to be a weekday as well. Twin spring training gets underway in Fort Myers, Florida. Pitchers, catchers report to practice today. The rest of the squad arrives for the first full team practice on Monday. The first spring training game is Friday, February 22nd. That is against the Minnesota Golden Gophers. This is sure to be one of the hottest tickets in town. Pre-sale tickets for the Rolling Stones tour begin today. American Express card holders or members of the Rolling Stones fan club can buy tickets starting at 10 a.m. General public sales start on Friday. The Stones are playing at US Bank Stadium on May 16th. I will be curious to see how much those go for. All right, let's get back to today's talker. We're bringing in WCCO's digital guy, Cole, talking about the election, Super Tuesday, 3 weeks away, but on everybody's mind. What are we talking about? What are people saying?
We don't have a whole lot of people decided in the comments.
Okay.
Here we go. We got Charles saying, I don't make up my mind until the day before Super Tuesday.
Sure.
Kind of like how I did college homework. And we have Paul saying healthcare cost reduction must be addressed, in my opinion. So I'm assuming he wants that before.
I wonder if that's been addressed enough for him.
Yeah. And then we have Becca saying, there are a couple people I like. I'll keep doing my research and decide before Super Tuesday. Then we have Star Trick saying Senator Klobuchar is the Democrats' best chance. So.
Interesting.
We've got one person decided.
Yeah, one person's decided. Well, that seems to certainly be how New Hampshire handled things, and I think with so many in the field, right? It's like we're really starting to get to know the candidates now because there are fewer of them, but there are still many different opposing views. Great. Thanks, Cole. Appreciate it. That's it for now. This is the 734 from WCCO, when most of the Twin Cities are on the go. So go ahead and make us your place for mobile news. We'll be back here tomorrow at 7:34. It will be chilly. Bring a jacket and be nice to each other out on the internet.